Real Trees Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by RTP Outdoors, Redneck Blinds, Hoyman Tree Saws, Ozonics, Nikon, Easton Arrows, and Real Tree Edge. Hunt with an edge.
I'm scouting for acorns today on the edge of our yard. I do this every year about this time. It's right around the end of July, first part of August. You can get an idea which of the oak subspecies are carrying acorns, and then that translates into what you're going to find out in the woods. I mean, ideally you would go and check the individual trees in the areas where you hunt, because sometimes even if one subspecies is carrying acorns in one area, not every single tree is carrying acorns. But it's a pretty good place to start. So I'm on the edge of the yard. This is a Bur Oak tree. And as you can see, there is a ton of acorns on this little tree. It's about as loaded as what you could expect for a tree this young. And with Bur Oak, has the big giant broad lobe on the end, and then the rounded tips on those. So that's one way of identifying the tree. Also, it's got a lot more of a rugged bark or rough looking bark. Bur Oak is in the white oak family, and anything in the white oak family is going to be preferred by deer. So find the white oaks or the swamp white oaks or the Bur Oaks, and that would be your #1 attraction for the deer. Let's keep walking and I'll show you some of the other oaks around the edge of the yard. This is a black oak. They're smaller acorns. They will eventually, form a little bit bigger. Obviously, like I said, we're early, but the black oak acorns stay smaller than the red oak and the white oak acorns. They're not as highly preferred, but the deer will definitely eat them. I mean, I can sit in the house and I can watch the deer come over here when these acorns are dropping, and they stop every single morning and every evening underneath these trees and eat these acorns. So it's not like they shun the black oak acorns, but if they have to choose between a white oak and any other subspecies, they're going to pick the white oaks. So we'll keep moving along the edge of the yard here. I know we've got some more of the various subspecies, and we'll kind of see how they're all doing this year. This is what we call a shingle oak, and I think they have nicknames in other parts of the country that are different. Maybe pin oak. I think I've heard them maybe called pin oak, but here where we live, we call them shingle oak. And they'd have the non-traditional looking leaf. Most of the oak leaves have the lobes, whether they're rounded in the white oak family or pointed like in the red oak family. These don't have any lobes. It's just a single kind of oblong shaped pointed leaf. We have tons and tons of shingle oaks in this part of the country, and these things, they produce acorns almost every single year. They can produce every year. I know some of the other oaks, they have their good years and their bad years. These shingle oaks are I would call them maybe the standard producers. Every year you can count on the shingle oaks dropping acorns. The only problem is they don't produce very big acorns. Some years they produce a bumper crop and you get tons and tons of them, but they're small. Not only are they consistent producers, but they drop during November typically. So this is a tree that during the rut is going to be attracting does. And when you've got a spot or a food source that attracts does, you can rely on the fact that the bucks are going to be coming into that area too. So let's keep looking. I've got plenty more trees along here. I know we're going to find a few more before we're done. We don't have any of the just regular white oaks in our yard, but I knew along the gravel road out here there was a few. There's a couple of them right behind me here, and I can see acorns on those. So we're going to walk over there and take a little bit closer look. Like I said, the white oak are similar. They have all the little small lobes coming off the leaf, but they're rounded. Remember the Bur Oak has the big large lobe at the end. The white oaks have smaller rounded lobes all the way down the leaf. This would be our #1 acorn. If we had to pick something that the deer really love, staking out an area with a couple of big white oaks, when those acorns are dropping, boy, it's hard to beat it. That's pretty much it for the acorn scouting today. Like I said, I can recap it really fast, at the risk of overstating this stuff for you, but looks like it's going to be a good year here for just about every subspecies of oak on this farm. Maybe not a banner year for any of them, except possibly the shingle oak from what I've seen right around the yard here. But they drop at different times. So different parts of the season different trees are going to be the most attractive. Real early in the season, the white oaks tend to be the best. It seems like they drop pretty early. Then as the season goes on, the reds and the blacks drop, and then the last ones that drop around here are the shingle oaks. Some people call them pin oaks. I'm going to get out now. This is my first video blog since the spring, and I'm going to start getting out pretty regularly and filming the soybean fields over the next week to 10 days, 2 weeks maybe, and try to find back some of these bucks that we've been hunting in the past. Whatever I find, I'm going to bring you on the daily video blog. So keep checking back. This should start to fire up now. Hopefully I can bring you some velvet buck action, and either way I'm going to film whatever I see, and I'll post it on the video blogs, and you can follow right along with me. Well, I appreciate you joining me. I'll see you right back here again the next time I get out, and I'll be posting another video blog for you.